Hi, I'm Carolyn Clark with Attorney Broker Services, Rocket Realty, and your hostess with the mostest with RoanokeAfter5. And today I'm sitting down with Jeff Swearingen of Ascendus Financial Advisors. Tell us a little bit about you. Where are you located?
I'm located at 311 South Oak, right here in Roanoke, right above Wise Guys and Foster's in that building facing Town Hall.
How long have you been in this location?
Been in this location since January of 2020, right before COVID started.
Oh, wow.
So we were down the road in Keller for 5-6 years prior to that.
How do you like being in downtown Roanoke?
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, so being above Wise Guys, I'm sure is fun. Yeah,
great.
We love it down here, don't we? How long have you been in the financial advisor business?
So I've been doing this for about 20 years now. So I've covered a couple of the ups and downs over the last 20 years.
How did you wind up getting into this line of work?
Short version is, our neighbor as a kid, that's what his dad did, and he drove a really nice car, a white 911 Target Top, that we rode in as kids, and I thought, this is pretty cool. That's what I want to do because I want this car. Ended up inheriting some money from an aunt when I was about 10, 12 years old, and my dad decided we were going to invest. And I invested in a company I knew, which was a soda company. It of course went down, but then it went up. I was obsessed with only letting people drink soda from the company that I owned for about 18 months. It embarrassed the daylights out of my dad every time we went somewhere to eat. But that's kind of the passion that I had then, and that's still the passion I have for my clients today related to their investments.
Well, that's true dedication. What do people ask you most often about what you do? What type of questions do they ask you most frequently?
Typically, it is revolving around planning and really understanding even. There's been a large amount of education from books and experts over the last few years that have helped the general public, but that's only taken folks to a certain point. And we do a lot of education and planning with our clients. And for someone who's trying to invest and plan, we work with our clients to define, build, and preserve their legacy. Well, that legacy is 30, 40, 50, 60 years out. For most of it, it's hard planning what we're doing tomorrow, next week, or next month. And that's only sort of half joking because life, right, has its challenges. So when you try and think about something that's 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 years off, it is really hard to get your hands around because it's so ethereal out there. But we've done that enough. We've got a process we start putting in place and really going through that process so that, hey, life is going to change along the way, but it's being able to break that down. And that's probably the biggest hurdle. Is getting through that initial phase of really what is we're trying to design and build for here.
Tell me about some recent successes you've had or something that stands out to you that's really recent that feels like a win for you.
Last year was COVID, kind of affected everybody. Yeah. From an investment model standpoint, and everything for our clients is very custom. We're not a cookie cutter approach to our clients, but the approach that we take is very institutional in our holdings and building something that lasts long enough to be considered a legacy. So that includes alternative investments, and typically that's included a lot of real estate, but based on where the world was, we got out of a lot of that real estate in the fall of 2019. Turned out to be pretty darn good timing. We carried that cash into the spring of 2020, and when the market hit, we were in a good position to take advantage, and we leveraged a little bit of extra into technology. Stay-at-home part of the market did very well for the last 12 months, and so that was really a win for a lot of our clients.
When everything happened in March, was your phone ringing off the wall? Were people nervous, or were they really just kind of separated from it and not really paying attention? I mean,
no. So we do a lot of education.
Yeah.
So no, the phone really wasn't ringing off the hook. In fact, I was and I worked out of the house, right, like everyone else did for a few months, and we just started calling all of our clients, even ones we weren't hearing from. And here's what's going on, and that's part of our education. Here's what's going on in the market. Here's what you need to understand, and here's our plan for what we're doing going forward and for your portfolio.
What is the best way for people to contact you?
Best way to reach me is just call the office, 817-714-0654. Email is j.swearingen@lpl.com.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me today, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Roanoke After 5.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing everyone there.